Several nations, while we get you an update on the India angle on that story, several nations have already banned flights to and from the UK, which is battling this sudden spurt in COVID cases due to a new highly contagious strain. The UK has called the new virus strain out of control. The announcement to ban flights comes after an alarming spread in cases at a seemingly uncontrollable rate in the United Kingdom, Canada, France, Germany, the Netherlands, Belgium, Austria and Italy, announcing restrictions on travel to and from the United Kingdom. British Prime Minister Boris Johnson on Saturday announced 4-tier restrictions for London and most parts of southern London, affecting about 16.4 million people. The new strain of the coronavirus, which according to initial reports is around 70% more infectious than its original version, but may not be that deadly. British health authorities on Sunday said that the new variant has been circulating since September, but it wasn't until the last week that officials felt they had enough evidence to declare that it has a higher transmissibility.
It's easy to get emotional about it because it's Christmas. And I think if we'd been told in October that Christmas was not going to happen as we'd expected and we hadn't made plans, then it would be a lot easier to be not cheerful about it, but, be easier to get on with it. Whereas now, because everyone's made plans and because it's this close to Christmas and then we're being told it's being cancelled, I think that's made it a lot more difficult.
I think they're quite brutal, but I think it's to be expected. I think it's what's needed. I'm not entirely sure I agree with what's been done so far. It's going to be difficult, especially over the Christmas period, but
the rapid transmission of a newly discovered strain of the coronavirus in the United Kingdom has prompted Prime Minister Boris Johnson to put London under another lockdown, with restrictions being similar to what were imposed during the national lockdown in November.
As Christmas approaches London, most parts of southern London are looking at muted Christmas celebrations. With a new strain of COVID virus rampaging through the country, UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson on Saturday announced 4-tier restrictions for about 16.4 million people residing in these regions from today. The move comes after the detection of the new strain of the coronavirus, which according to initial reports is around 70% more infectious than its original version, but may not be that deadly.
Given the early evidence we have on this new variant of the virus, the potential risk it poses, it is with a very heavy heart, I must tell you, we cannot continue with Christmas as planned. In England, those living in Tier 4 areas should not mix with anyone outside their own household at Christmas, though support bubbles will remain in place for those at particular risk of loneliness or isolation.
Amid the fresh curbs, people will be required to stay at home except for essential reasons. All public Christmas gatherings, gyms, salons and entertainment centres will be shut too. The restrictions are similar to the last national lockdown in England in November. Earlier, UK government was planning to allow bubble celebrations for Christmas and mixing of up to 3 households on Christmas. People at many places also protested against this move of the government. Meanwhile, opposition in UK has also slammed the government for bringing in the new curbs at the 11th hour.
Millions of families across the country are going to be heartbroken by this news, having their Christmas plans ripped up. And I'm really frustrated because I raised this with the Prime Minister on Wednesday and he dismissed that and went on to tell people to have a merry little Christmas, only 3 days later to rip up their plans. And I think the British public's entitled to more decisive leadership than that. They're getting confusion where they need certainty.
Scientists and virologists continue to study the mutation of the virus and how fatal it is. Many studies believe that the new strain of the virus spreads more easily, but the evidence of causing severe illness or higher mortality by the virus still remains unclear. Bureau Report, India Today.
Hello everyone, this is Rahul Kamal here. Hope you enjoyed this video. For the latest news and analysis, like and subscribe the India Today YouTube channel and don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated.